In question 22, they want us to calculate the value of the equilibrium constant. So that's K, using values from Appendix C. And the one thing we know is that in Appendix C, we can get the values for delta G. And if we know delta G, we can relate it to the equilibrium constant. Remember that R is going to be 8.314, and that's in joules per mole Kelvin. So our answer, when we do it, we need to make sure that our delta G value is in joules. If it's not going to work because those two need to be the same. And I believe in Appendix C, they're going to give it to you in kilojoules. So before you use it, make sure that you've got it in joules. So we can find K if we know the delta G value, R, and the temperature it's run at. To get delta G, you remember that we're going to do products minus reactants to get delta G of the reaction. We can do this because it's at 298. Remember, if it's not at 298, then you're actually going to have to calculate what delta H is and delta S are, and you're going to need to use the other equation to get to delta G. But since it's at 298, this one will work great. We don't have to do it the other way. Alright, so we'll know the value that goes in there. And the only other thing we got to do is choose the correct equilibrium expression. And my hint there is, remember, it's products over reactants. In this case, you're not going to have any reactants. And I want you to ask yourself why that is.